In my time as a Halo YouTuber, I've learned a lot of things, but one of the biggest things that I've learned is that 343 Industries, the creators of Halo 4 and 5, do listen. 343 Industries has tons of probes out there on sites like YouTube, maybe even this video, sites like Reddit and Amino, Halo Waypoint. They're always listening to your feedback because they do care. In this video, we're going to be going over some of the times that 343 listened or saw things happening in the community and responded with updates to their games. Now, throughout Halo 5's lifetime, there has been tons of different updates inspired by community feedback. We are specifically going to be focusing on the cosmetic items in the game, items that you can wear. The goal is hopefully to inform you viewers that some of these items that I will have on this list have been inspired by community members, shaping the game as we know it. So get ready to mortgage your house to buy some more rec packs, because today we're going to be talking about Halo 5 items inspired by the community. I think to start this video, we have to somehow prove that 343 is actually adding cosmetic or other updated items into the game based on community feedback or things happening in the community. As far as I know, there's only one event in Halo 5's lifetime that has led to a direct 343 response and addition of some extra content. It's unfortunate that I have to bring this up in the video because tragedy is never easy to talk about. Every player in Halo 5, whether you've played 1,000 games or you've never played before, will receive the True Light emblem. True Light is an emblem that honors the tragedy that happened to one of our community members, the Crazed Spartan, in early 2016. It was the first animated emblem to come to Halo 5, a small gesture meant to honor the lives of the Crazed Spartan's two daughters that were lost in an electrical fire. If you look up at the night sky of the map Torque, which is the map that came out around this time for Halo 5, you can see the names of his two daughters in the stars. The Crazed Spartan still makes Halo content, and if you'd like to support him, I've put a link to his channel in the video description. Now, there have been a lot of updates to Halo 5 since the game came out. One of the things 343 prided themselves on was that after Halo 5 was released, every single month they added new content into the game. I'm a believer that most of the content added into the game was planned in some way. It wasn't like every single month they were coming up with new things to add in. They had a schedule, they knew exactly what was coming out, and they just worked on it throughout the release. But different things in the community were happening during Halo 5's release, and 343 used this as a way to implement new content. I'll give you an example. Halo 5 shipped with a ton of different emblems, very basic ones, and we see a lot of emblems here that are available in other Halo games. A good chunk of the emblems can be traced back to their origins in Halo 2. With the Infinity's Armory update, we got a bunch of different REQs, including the Snake emblem. The Snake emblem has been used by the Halo montager Venoms for basically as long as he can remember. Right before the Infinity's Armory update, there was a big announcement from Halo Follower that there was going to be a new Halo Follower montage team, and as you might expect, Venoms was on that team. This video gained a ton of publicity, and what I think happened is that 343 saw this new montage team, saw Venoms, and made the Snake emblem. If you think that example's a bit of a stretch, let's go on to an example for my own channel. So in March of 2016, just a couple months after Halo 5 released, I started doing my old series Streak-tacular. It's essentially just a rambling series where sometimes I ramble myself, sometimes I get other content creators, bring them on. All in all, it was a great podcast experience. I got to meet a lot of members of the Halo community and have them on, and it's kind of fun to watch them. I said that I started Streak-tacular back up again in March of 2016, and in April of 2016, just 1 month later, with the Ghost of Meridian update, I got a Streak-tacular emblem. Now, to be more specific, everyone got the chance of getting a Streak-tacular emblem, but at the time, the first gold pack I ever opened after the Ghost of Meridian update gave me the Streak-tacular emblem. This is a clip from Streak-tacular episode 4. It came out basically right after the Ghost of Meridian update. I had Big Texas and Proximity on, and we talked a lot about Halo.
And Streak-tacular emblem. I forgot about the Streak-tacular emblem.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta talk about that.
That was my first gold pack. I got the Streak-tacular emblem.
They gave it to me on purpose.
I'm thinking they gave it to me on purpose, because literally the first gold pack I opened, the first one was Streak-tacular. I got it on stream, and the whole chat was like, "Oh yeah, hype." So I'm
awesome.
thinking, I don't necessarily think they made it especially for me, but I think they saw my series Streak-tacular and was like, "Let's shout them out real quick."
They might. I mean, I definitely think that's something they would do.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Like,
they're
Streak-tacular, it wasn't their era. Like, that was a Bungie thing. That wasn't a 243 thing. You know?
And like that's definitely a possibility because of the whole 343 realizes that there's a community of Halo YouTubers that are trying to better the community.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, just recently 343 subscribed to your YouTube channel. Isn't that right, Cole? And
yes.
So it's cool to see a developer that realizes the personalities that want to make Halo, great again.
Like I said in the clip, I don't necessarily think that the Streak-tacular emblem was made specifically and only for me. However, I do think that 343 saw Streak-tacular as a series and said, hey, let's bring back that emblem. I mean, how else could you explain me getting Streak-tacular out of the first gold pack I opened after this update? At the time, I had tons of things in the rec pack system to open. You could say that it was all random chance, but if you've ever seen my videos on the rec system, random chance just doesn't happen. There is a specific rarity for every item that you open in the game, and at the time I had so many different legendary and ultra rare items to open that it doesn't really make sense that I would get this thing the first pack that I open. And the Streak-tacular emblem is actually the inspiration behind this video. I wanted to see if there were any other items in the community that were like this one. If you've been a member of the Halo community for long enough, you probably know about Duquesne23. If you've never seen Duquesne23 before, he is an awesome Halo YouTuber that does tons of Forge stuff, race maps, and other gaming videos. If you don't know, Duquesne23's original YouTube channel was plagued with issues from AdSense, and he can no longer monetize the content on that channel anymore. This happened in early 2016, and with the Hammerstorm update, we got the Ducat emblem. Now, this isn't to be confused with the Cat emblem. The Cat emblem is completely different, but the Ducat emblem is specifically for Duquesne. You see, for a long time, Duquesne rocked the Cat emblem from Halo 3 with the bow tie and also a cowboy hat. And you can see the Ducat emblem in Halo 5 has exactly that. I think 343 heard the news that Duquesne's old channel was essentially ruined and made the Ducat emblem for him. If you'd like to check out Duquesne23's new channel or his old one, I have links in the video description. So far, I've talked about the stuff that I think has some of the strongest evidence behind it. There's also a ton of other emblems in the game that may or may not have some sort of relation to stuff in the community. Some people think that this emblem is a direct reference to I Spiteful's emblem. Some people think that this P is a direct reference to proximity. I'm not entirely sure how accurate all of that is, but it could be. But the last thing that we're going to talk about in this video are the Master Control weapon skins. If you've never used the Master Control weapon skins before, they are dark weapon skins highlighted with neon accents. They are very cool weapon skins that really go well if you're playing some Breakout. I don't know, I just feel like those two things go together, Breakout and the Master Control. It just makes sense to me. But did you know that these weapon skins were actually inspired by one of our own? If you've watched my channel for a long time, you may have heard of a guy called Vito. I featured him in an episode of Spartan School, and I've talked about him a couple different times on the channel. I think Travis referenced him one time too. He's a Twitch streamer and YouTuber who is very good at the game. He tweeted this to 343. It's a picture of his concept of the Master Control weapon skin. He asked 343 kindly if they could give us some sort of neon weapon skin, and with the next update, we got it! The Master Control skins are rare skins that most players can get fairly easily, and they are directly sourced from the community. There have also been a ton of items and weapon skins added to the game that help foster a community. The Ice Unicorn skin, which is a great looking assault rifle skin, can only be unlocked if you find 343 employees during one of their playdates. The Fire Unicorn skin, which is one of the rarest items in the game, is only unlockable if you get a piece of content that you make into the Halo community update. These items are here because we have active members in the community that are constantly creating and trying to make Halo better. We're trying to spread Halo to as many people as possible, and it's great that 343 is recognizing that and giving us some recognition in the actual game. When I first started Halo YouTube, my main goal wasn't to make $1 million or to get 1 million subs, but it was to be recognized by the developers that made Halo in the first place. And while I haven't necessarily confirmed that I've made any impact on Halo whatsoever, for me it's kind of nice to know that maybe I've had some sort of impact on Halo, driving it forward and trying to make it as great a game as it possibly could be. All I can hope for is continued community support for Halo. If we have that, then we'll never die. If you think you know of any other items that are in this game because of a member of the community, please let me know down in the comment section below. All of these things help foster a better and healthier community, and it's one of the things that 343 seems to really try to be doing right now. If you'd like to have a more direct and official voice for what happens in Halo, please consider joining the Halo Community Feedback Program. This is an official program created by 343 Industries to get feedback from the community. If you join it, you will be emailed surveys, which 343 will ask you different questions about Halo to try to improve it. I want to thank you all for watching. If you liked this video and you want to see more awesome Halo content, please do consider subscribing and checking out the rest of my videos. I upload all kinds of Halo content that you will definitely enjoy. If you click the LTN logo on the left, you can subscribe to my channel now. And if you click the thumbnail link on the right, you can find out all about the rarest items in Halo 5. We actually talked about some of them in this video. My name's Luke the Notable. I want all of you to stay notable, and I will see you in the next video.